See, in this session, we will discuss what is a three-dimensional coordinate system. In three-dimensional coordinate system, there are three coordinate system. Cartesian coordinate system, it is x, y, z. Spherical polar coordinate system, r, theta, phi. And cylindrical coordinate system, coordinates are rho, phi, and z. Okay. So, we will discuss today what is the spherical polar coordinate system. So see here, this is a three-dimensional coordinate system. X-axis perpendicular to y-axis, perpendicular to z-axis. You take any point in this three-dimensional coordinate system and suppose the Cartesian coordinate of that point is x, y, z. Okay, then what is the spherical polar coordinate of that point and what is the relation between Cartesian coordinate x, y, z and spherical polar coordinate r, theta, phi. Okay, now if you join this point to the origin, you will get a radius vector, and this distance OP, it is the spherical polar coordinate r. Distance OP. And what is distance OP? You can use distance formula, and that distance OP r is equal to under root x square plus y square plus z square. Coordinate of point O is 0, 0, 0, origin, P is x, y, z. Use distance formula. Now this is called as a radius vector OP, and angle made by this radius vector with positive direction of z axis, it is denoted by theta. That is a vertical angle, it is called theta. Correct? This is our second spherical polar coordinate. Okay. Now third spherical polar coordinate phi is what? You project this point P orthographically on the xy plane. So projection of that point you will get, it is Q point. Of course we are projecting, so z coordinate becomes 0. So coordinate of Q point is x, y, 0. Now this is a point of two dimension. So if you want to find out what is the x coordinate of this point, draw perpendicular to the x axis passing from this point. This distance is x coordinate, and draw perpendicular to the y axis from this point. This distance is a y coordinate of this point. Correct? Now if you join this Q point to the origin, one more radius vector you will get in the two-dimensional plane, and this radius vector OQ, angle made by this with the positive direction of x axis, it is denoted by phi, and that is called as a horizontal rotation also, because angle is a rotation. This is called as a horizontal rotation of this vector about the x axis. This is a rotation about z axis. Correct? So this is how the spherical polar coordinate r, theta, phi are there. R means distance of point from the origin, that is a radius, which is formula is this, and this radius vector, whatever the angle made with the z axis, it is a theta. Correct? How to find out the spherical polar coordinate phi? Project this point on the xy plane, you will get the point x, y, 0. This point joined to the origin, one more radius vector, join, and angle made by this radius vector OQ with positive x axis, it is a horizontal rotation phi. Correct? Okay. Now there is some relation between the Cartesian coordinate xyz and spherical polar coordinate r, theta, phi. What is that? Okay. So very simple derivation is there. We'll discuss that. This is the point P. So what you do? Draw perpendicular to the z axis from this point P. This distance is your height z. This distance is z. Okay. This is the z, and this is a right angle triangle, because this line is perpendicular to z axis. So what is cos theta here? Cos theta equal to adjacent side upon, this is a hypotenuse. Okay, so here I will write down cos theta for that triangle, it is adjacent side is z upon hypotenuse is r. So that gives me z is equal to r cos theta. Z is equal to r cos theta. This should give me now. Okay, any problem? Now this point you are projecting on the xy plane, you are getting the point xy0. Correct or not? This distance is x and this distance is y. This distance is y. Correct or not? So as this line is parallel to this line, this distance is also y. This distance is also y. Correct or not? Okay. Now what is x from this right angle triangle? This x is what? If you find out what is the sine of phi, sine of phi is equal to y upon this OQ. Upon this OQ. So we'll write down that. What is sine phi? Front side, sine phi for this triangle, it is the front side upon hypotenuse. So it is a y upon hypotenuse is what? OQ. Implies that y is equal to OQ sine phi. Correct or not? Similarly, you can find out x. What is x? X is equal to OQ cos phi. But what is OQ? So if you observe this triangle, this, it is a means this is a parallelogram. This length is same as this length because they are parallel side. So if you denote this point by R, so your OQ is same as PR. Okay, OQ is same as PR. So that will write here OQ, it is equal to PR. But what is PR? So PR we can write down because this is adjacent side. Adjacent side. So we will find out here sine theta. Sine theta is what? PR upon R. Sine theta, it is equal to PR upon R. So what is PR? It is equal to R sine theta. Correct or not? So we'll put in the both the formula. PR is equal to OQ. So it is OQ. So therefore what is x? X is equal to R, and I am putting the value of this OQ here. R sine theta cos phi. What is y? That is R sine theta sine phi. And what is z? It is equal to R cos theta. R cos theta. So this is your relation between spherical polar coordinate and the Cartesian coordinate xyz. Correct? Okay. Now what is the variation of in general, when you see the Cartesian coordinate system, you can say x coordinate varies from minus infinity to plus infinity. Y varies from minus infinity to plus infinity, and same for z. But not true for this spherical polar coordinate. Here radius r is varies from 0 to infinity. Radius r is varies from 0 to infinity. Radius can take any positive real number. And angle theta, it is varies from 0 to pi, and angle phi, it is varies from 0 to 2 pi. This is the variation of that. Now why theta angle varies from 0 to 2 pi? Because if you see, if the point P lies on the z axis, then value of theta is 0. If it is lies on the y axis, it is 90 degree. If point P lies on the this negative z axis, then it is a pi. Angle theta is pi. But for the angle theta, we are in 3 dimension. So in 3 dimension, there is no direction for rotation. Like in 2 dimension, you have clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. So if suppose you have a point here, P point is here, you join the P point to the origin. So instead of measuring the angle like this, you can measure the angle like this. Okay. So maximum value of theta will going to be pi. It will not exceed the pi. But that is not true for the horizontal rotation phi. Horizontal, when you are in 2 dimension, the angle phi, it can take clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. So for the point Q lies on the x-axis, phi is 0. Here phi is 90. Negative x-axis 180. For the point lies on the negative y-axis, you can say it is 270 degree or minus 90 degree, and here when it come again it is 360. So for horizontal rotation it is a complete from 0 to 360 degree. But when you do the vertical rotation of this, the vertical rotation is like this only, from 0 to 180 degree only. That you have to understand that angle theta, which is the angle made by vector with the positive z axis, it maximum take value pi. It will not exceed pi as we are in 3 dimension. Okay, so we'll stop here.